A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this video, I'm gonna tell you how Allah encourages and appreciates the people who fight the enemies. It's Surah Tawbah, verse number 14. Allah says, "So fight them, and Allah will punish them at your hands, put them to shame, help you overcome them, and soothe the hearts of the believers." So here Allah orders the believers to fight the disbelievers. And He says it's the punishment of the disbelievers, of the enemies. And how does Allah punish them? Allah says He punishes them at your hands. The first message that Allah wants to give here is that punishment will be given to them. And the next thing He says, He'll punish them at your hands. It means it is you who have to do something to win, to be victorious. Allah doesn't want you to just sit and do nothing. He wants you to move. He wants you to struggle, to be active in war, to fight. That's the message of Allah. And this is how He punishes the enemies, through you. And He says, put them to shame. And He will humiliate the enemy. How? At your hands. You are going to humiliate your enemy. This is how Allah encourages you to fight, to humiliate your enemy. And He says it is He who is giving them humiliation, who is giving them punishment. But in this world, through your hands. In this world, you're gonna do that job. In the Akhirah, it's up to Allah how He punishes these people. But in this world, you have to do something. And He says, help you overcome them. He says He will give you victory over them. How? Because you are fighting them. If you fight them, He will give you victory. If you don't do anything and just do empty talks, you're not gonna get victory. And at the end, Allah says, and soothe the hearts of the believers. This is how Allah heals the hearts of the believer. Whatever they are suffering in this world, by fighting the enemies, Allah heals the hearts of the believing people. And I found this beautiful verse in the statement of the Yemeni armed forces, our resistance, when they targeted the ships in the Red Sea. So they started their statement by this beautiful verse, and how accurate was this to mention this verse before the attack. This is a clear message to our people, to the enemy, that this is what Allah wants. This is what a believer is going to do. He's not going to see your oppression anymore. He will resist. He will fight back. And here Allah assures that He will punish the enemies and disgrace them and give the believers victory over the enemies. When you remember Allah in your every action, in your every cause, that's how you get victorious. It is evident that how enemy got humiliated in the Red Sea, how their ships were seized. So our victory is in our hands. If we are united, we're gonna save our people. And honestly, we don't need the hypocrites at all. So this is how the people of Allah fight and trust in Allah. This shows how much they trust Allah, how much they have understood the verses of the Quran. That's why they are victorious no matter what. And inshallah, Allah will heal the hearts of the believing people.